set of goals, a much more relaxed, hopefully, set of goals. And then we can reconvene after the holidays and talk about winter goals or like New Year goals. So, how does that sound? You'll have to let me know in the comments if you are somebody who sets goals for yourself. Oftentimes they're not like goals as much as they are like, I don't know what that was. Oftentimes they're not so much goals as they are intentions, sort of setting my intentions for the season, for the upcoming months, things that I'd like to do or accomplish or make sure I incorporate into that season. So let me know if that's something that you do as well, if it's something you enjoy doing. I find that sometimes I enjoy it more than others. I also try to recognize that certain seasons are more conducive for setting goals and intentions, whereas others, you need to sort of give yourself a little bit of a break. And personally, I think that this upcoming season, the holiday season, is a time where I like to not set any hard, fast goals. I like to give myself some flexibility. However, I do like to have some intention and some traditions that I want to make sure we accomplish this season, or this upcoming season. But we'll get into that. But to start, let's go ahead and just light a candle to enjoy during our time together. I thought we would light the calm candle because sometimes goal setting can be overwhelming, and I don't want it to be overwhelming for myself or for you or for us together. I want this to be a time of reflection, a time of looking forward with excitement to the days ahead and all that can bring for us. So let's go ahead and light this candle. I, once again, forgot to clip the tops, but I'm just going to pull off the old part with a tissue because I don't want the edge to get black on that candle. I love this candle. I love the glow that it gives with this frosted white glass. I think it's so pretty. Very calming. Aptly named calm. Okay, so we'll put this back here and we can enjoy that soft glow while we chat a little bit about goals. Okay, let us start with a recap of my fall goals. I'll go through each one with you and we can talk about how I did with them. I think I did like fairly well, all things considered, but I did not do everything, and that is okay. So my first goal was a reading goal. I wanted to read 2 books a month. So let's see here. I made these goals in September. So this was for like the fall season, which technically we're still in the fall season, but for me, once we're like celebrating Christmas, we're sort of like shifted into that winter season. So this was like September, October, half of November. And I did actually reach that goal. I read, let's see, Pictures of You by Emma Gray, The Love of My Life by Rosie Walsh, Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth, The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, Missing Half by Ashley Flowers, Only One Left by Riley Sager, and Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, I believe. I read September. So what's that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 books. Say 2 books a month. So yeah, I did that. So that would have been 5 books in like 2.5 months. And I read 7. So that's pretty good. Starting off strong. Reached that goal. Okay, the next goal I have, I don't know when I talked about these, if this is the order that they were in, but this is how I have them written down. So the next goal I had was to have a scheduled like craft and relaxation day. For my birthday this year, I like gave myself the gift of being like shut in my cozy room. I mean, sort of. I did go out and like eat and hang out with my family and stuff, but basically just spent the day in my cozy room, like doing crafts, doing puzzles, reading, crocheting, whatever I wanted, watching a movie, things like that. And I was like, that was a really dreamy day. I want to do that again. I did not do that. You know, I'm not really in a season of life where that's an easy thing to accomplish. I have a lot of kids. They all need me for different things. Like, if I were to do that on like a weekday, I still have to make them dinner. I have to bring them to practices or games. The weekends are filled with, again, like activities and things like that. So I'm sure if I scheduled it and like let everybody know and whatever, I could do it, but it feels a little selfish at this moment and I didn't do it. That's not to say I won't. Maybe I will continue to keep that on as a goal for like the winter, not my holiday season. There's no way I can fit that into my holiday season, but maybe come January, I'll try to add that back on and see if I can make it happen, because I do love the idea of that. I was actually thinking that I'd love to go to our main house, like just me, alone, or with one of my girlfriends, and spend a weekend, like basically doing that, like reading, watching movies, being cozy, maybe cooking like girl meals, girl dinners. So that's something I'm gonna put on my calendar for, or my goals for the winter post holidays, because that sounds dreamy, doesn't it? Okay, but I did not reach that goal. So we have like one that I did reach, one that I did not reach. YouTube post 3 videos a week, 1 short and 1 community post, and I did do that. I have started doing the community posts regularly. I don't know if they help with engagement much. I do think they're really fun sometimes, like especially if I do a poll or ask a question. I love hearing the responses from people. One of my friends on here, Philly, she's so cute. She was like, the first week I posted it, she was like, you said you would, and you did. And I was like, girl. It was really sweet to see her like acknowledge like that I said I would do it, and I did it. So that was nice. But I do kind of have fun just sort of having that post up there, and just it gives me a moment to reflect on like the week and what I've done on YouTube and what I'd like to maybe encourage others to see, or if I am curious about, you know, anything in the ASMR community or the YouTube community or whatever. It's been like a nice moment to reflect for myself as well, so I think I'll keep that up. It's funny though, like one person did say like, I follow tons of people on YouTube and I've never once gone to their community page, and I'm like, same. I haven't either, but I don't know. It's just something that I think is kind of fun to do. Okay, the next thing so that's 2 things I did do. One that I did not do. Try a new craft or class, and I did do that. I think the only new craft I did was my basket making class, and that was really fun. I don't think I tried any other new crafts. Did I? I don't think so. Like, not like it's something I've never done before. Like felting. I really want to try felting. But that's okay. I did do basket making and I loved it. was so fun. I hope they offer another class because I would love to do it again. I really, really and it's really weird. And I don't like it because I have a lot I need to do in the day after that, and I lose all of my energy. So I am giving myself sort of a rest week of sorts. So I did strength training yesterday. Today I took the day off, and I never take an unplanned day off, but I was like, I want to just fully rest, like let my body rest. Like no walk, nothing, just a down day. So I am doing other things throughout the day, but I am not going to like physically do like a workout. I do plan on running tomorrow, and then I will be away on vacation for a few days. So on those days, I will be probably doing a lot of walking, but I'm not bringing my like workout clothes to do any like workouts or running or anything. So giving myself like a week of restfulness, hopefully, so that next week I can jump back into my strength training. But I just feel like I need to kick this exhaustion. I don't know if I'm, fighting a little cold, or again, could be iron. I do have like these blood builder pills that I take sometimes before I donate blood, so maybe I'll take those and see if it helps. But giving myself a little rest week after several months of being pretty good about making sure I hit all of my health goals there. Okay, the next one is go on a hike, and I did go on a hike. I actually was like nearing the point of fall where I was like, it's like November already and I haven't been on a hike, and I love fall hikes. I think they're just the best, especially I live in New England. Like there's just nothing better than like hiking in the trails when there's like leaves on the ground and all of the foliage, and there's like this softness and quietness to the woods during this time of year. So I finally was like, well, I've asked my family, my husband, my friends, I've asked everybody if they'd be willing to go for a hike with me, and nobody was really game or was able to or whatever. So finally I was like, I'm just gonna go on my own, and I went on my own, and I enjoyed it. Well, I went with my dogs, my two dogs. I enjoyed it so much that I've been several times since. It's so peaceful, and there's something really nice about being alone too, like in the woods. It's just so quiet, and the ground is soft, and like there's just something about it. It's just so beautiful. So I have gone on several hikes this fall. Okay, my crochet goals were to crochet a blanket, crochet a sweater, and a bag, and I did do all of those things. Two of them are right here. This is the sweater I crocheted. I actually ended up crocheting 2 sweaters and 2 blankets. I love them both. I wear them a lot. I especially love this one. I think it's so fun and colorful. My other one is just brown wool cardigan as well. It's a different style cardigan, but and then the blankets, I made this beautiful brown blanket, and then I have a really fun colorful blanket that I made, and I also made a bag. So, and I've been using that as like my daily purse. So I did great on that. Not surprising because I love crocheting, and it's a big source of joy and relaxation for me. Okay, let's see here. My next goal for the fall was to try 2 new recipes. Oh, it's actually funny. It says here, a dinner, a soup, or a cookie. That's not quite what I did, but pretty close. I ended up making the tortellini soup, which I made with you guys as well, after I'd made it several times because I enjoyed it so much. So, tortellini soup, pumpkin chili, pumpkin scones. I know I actually tried some other recipes as well, but those are the 3 that off the top of my mind or new recipes that I tried. I don't know if the stuffed pepper skillet was the fall. I think it was, but that's really good and has become like a regular part of my rotation. So I have tried several new recipes. Let's see here. The next thing on my list was to visit a farmer's market, and I did visit the farmer's market. It's a small farmer's market that happens on Fridays near our house. It's not a super like big exciting one. I'd love to go to like one of those big farmers markets that only happen maybe like every was more of this is just more of like a local farmer's market that happens. Hold on one sec, sorry. That happens weekly near us. So it's like local farmers, local vendors. There was like a bread person, dog treats, vegetables and fruit. I think they were selling mums there, a few other things. But I did go to that. The next thing on my list is go apple picking, and we did not go apple picking. So I've been doing really well on this list, and then I start to fail. So we did not go apple picking. I had it in our calendar, or I mentioned it to the kids, like, this weekend, let's go, and they were game, but like either it was raining that day, or one of my kids was doing something, and the rest of them, we wanted to go all together as a family, and we just never went. I even have a neighbor in town, a friend in town, who has apple trees, and she was like, just come to my yard and pick the apples, and I was like, that would be great, be so easy, pop in anytime. We didn't do it. She did bring me apples several times. She's in my little yarn club at the library, and she brought me bags of apples several times, which is so sweet. So we did get to enjoy some freshly picked apples. However, we did not go apple picking, so that was a bummer. The next thing on my list was a family movie night. We also didn't do that, which is like kind of embarrassing to admit, because how hard is it to do a family movie night, right? It's not hard. But I think we just were all busy, and like there weren't a lot of nights when all 6 of us were home. And if we were, it was kind of like, sometimes you need a day or an evening to just like relax and unwind and not be with all the people. Like, we have very busy lives. Each of the kids have busy lives, and so sometimes they need some like solitude as well. So I did have like a movie night in bed with one of my kids, with just like the 2 of us watching a movie together, but we didn't do a family movie night. Maybe I'll add that to my Christmas one. Where's my Christmas? I just thought of 2 ideas that I want to add. Hold on. Okay, I'm adding that to my list for the holiday season, because we should be able to swing that, right? And then the last goal I had for my fall goals was to host a girls' or ladies' craft night. And that is another thing I did not do, unfortunately. I honestly kept thinking, like, I actually had like days when I could do it, like evenings or morning, even like a weekday morning. And I got kind of like shy about doing it, which is so silly. Like, I know I have people locally who would love to get together for like a crafting event, but I got a little shy about it, and I didn't do it. I did do some like crafting nights with like my daughter's friends, or like we painted like little ceramic pumpkins and things like that. But I wanted to do like my friends, like grown-up people, have them over and do like a craft together, and I didn't do it, and I should have. I don't know why, but I think I mostly just got in my own way about that. So anyway, let's see here. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things I accomplished. 1, 2, 3, 4 things I did not accomplish. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 8 things I did do well, and 4 I did not. So 2/3. That's pretty good. I mean, that's like a lot of goals too. I don't know why I put so many goals on, but they're not like hard goals or anything, but they were intentions. I think I'm most disappointed about apple picking and the craft night. I really wish that I had gotten out of my own head and just done that, but that's okay. And you know what, we can go apple picking next year, but the craft night I could definitely still do that, and I would love to do it during the holiday season, but I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by the holiday season as well already, so that might be something I'll do in like the winter or something. Maybe like a Galentine's. Do like a craft for a Galentine's Day party. That would be fun. Okay, so I guess like technically that would put me at like, what is that, like a D or a C? But I feel like I did better than that, so I'm not too disappointed actually. I'm mostly disappointed, I think, about the craft night. I'm not disappointed in myself about the craft night because I know it's something that like I maybe was embarrassed to reach out and be like, anybody want to craft with me? And I know a lot of people that would want to, so I don't know why. And worst case is like, they'll just say no. And that's fine too. Okay, so my goals for the holiday season are, at first I was like, I don't want to set any goals for the holiday season. I'm feeling overwhelmed already. Mainly because our calendar is very full, which is so fun. Like, it's all fun stuff, but like, as somebody who has a little bit of like social anxiety, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a lot. So some of these things on my list are things that we just like are going to be doing anyway. They're traditions. I want to make sure we do them. They help set the tone for our holiday season. And some of them are things that I maybe have to like try a little harder for. So anyway, the first thing is send out Christmas cards, which I put on this list, but I do that every year. However, I usually have my Christmas cards done by now, and I do not. I have ordered them. I actually ordered them, and they came out like cut wrong, so I had to reorder them. But I don't have like the labels printed, or I don't have anything done. I don't even have the cards actually. So Christmas cards, I need to do that. Teacher gifts, I need to assemble teacher gifts. I do have everything I need to do to assemble those, and I was thinking maybe it's something we could do together, but I need to do that. As for things I'd like to do, I'd like to go to a craft fair. That's something I added while we were chatting, because I had the farmer's market, and I was like, ooh, I love a holiday craft fair, so I'd love to go to a craft fair. I want to go to the Nutcracker, which I will. I already bought tickets. I take my daughters every year. We have, my daughter's friend is in the Nutcracker, so we get to go see her every year. And I also added a family movie night, so we're going to do a holiday family movie night. One of my favorite Christmas movies is Elf. However, my kids don't love it as much as I do, which is crazy, because it's like the best Christmas movie. But we'll find a Christmas movie. Maybe we'll even find like a new Christmas movie to watch. Last year when we did our holiday family movie night, we watched Die Hard. Because there's like this big debate, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Is it not? Personally, I do not feel as though it's a Christmas movie. It takes place during like a holiday party, but like, that's not a Christmas movie. I don't think. My husband disagrees. Okay, I like to do one fancy outing as a family of 6, not with like our entire extended family, just a family of 6 each year. Sometimes we go to a local play, sometimes we go to a musical or orchestra. This year I actually bought tickets for us to go to a like a Cirque du Soleil, a Christmas Cirque du Soleil show. So we'll do dinner and that, and everybody has to get dressed up. So we're going to do that. I have on my list to host a ladies' brunch. This is a tradition I started just a couple of years ago, but I host a ladies' brunch, a holiday brunch for a whole bunch of, mostly it's moms, just people I know from town that are like parents of kids in school with my kids that I've become friends with. So I usually invite a lot of people, and like the guest list probably has, like the invite list probably has like 50 people, but maybe half come because it's a busy season. People have plans. So I have not picked a day or sent an invitation for that yet, but I need to get on that because I do love that little tradition. For my crochet goals, oh wait, no, I want to bake and decorate cookies, which I feel like is an easy one because that's sort of like an automatic Christmas thing we do, but bake and decorate cookies and gingerbread houses. My kids usually do gingerbread houses at their grandmother's house, so that'll be fun for them. And for my crochet goals, So I'm thinking bookmarks and ornaments, bookmarks, ornaments, and like maybe some of the like ear warmers, headbands for some of the ladies in my life. So make a few gifts, just as like little add-on gifts for other things that I get people. Let's see here. I am not going to set any reading goals. I am not going to set any new like fitness or cooking goals. I strength train 3 times a week. I run once a week. I walk every day. My doctor, when I went for my physical, she was like, I actually recommend, like, if you start to feel like the winter blues or anything, she's like, try upping your running. She said that helps, which is interesting because I don't actually love running at all. I do it once a week because I want to make sure I can still run, but it's not my favorite. But she says it can help with like oxytocin or whatever, so. What? So, I may try to do that and increase my like running if I need it, if I'm feeling like totally overwhelmed or down or any of that, you know, winter blues, anything. I may increase my running, but no goals, no like set in stone things that I like want to make sure I accomplish, because my biggest goal for the holiday season, similar to like the summer season, is I want to make sure that I slow down and relax and enjoy it. You only get so many Christmases with your kids at home, and I feel that big time. So I really want to make sure that I am taking time to relax, to slow down, to enjoy it, to soak it in. I do feel like our calendar is full. Like we have tickets to a light show, tickets to this Cirque du Soleil thing, tickets to the Nutcracker. We're going to, one of my daughter's friends is in a dance show, so we're going to that dance show. We have, I'm going to like a flower arranging class, you know, holiday parties, things like that. So our weekends, we actually have tickets to a concert, not a holiday concert, it is a country music concert that one of my kids wanted to go to, and so we bought her tickets, and my husband and I are taking her and her friend. So just like very full weekends and weekday plans, which it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for me. I need to like get my stamina ready. I need to start drinking coffee with caffeine, which probably is the last thing I need to be doing, but I'm already tired thinking about the holiday season. So really what I need to do is like my main goal is to just take the time I can to slow down and relax and enjoy it, because that's what's truly important. There were seasons where I did a lot with my kids, and there were also seasons where I thought back and I thought, when they were little, and I thought last year was too much. I booked too much, tried to fit too much magic into the season, and I gave myself some grace, and I said, you know what, we don't have to do it all. And there were years where we had Christmas bucket lists, but it was stuff at home, and those were beautiful, beautiful years. It was making homemade ornaments, it was watching a movie together, it was making homemade gifts for people, Christmas cookies, making reindeer food, like little things we could do right at home that didn't require schlepping a bunch of little kids out into the cold to do whatever. So lots of fun stuff ahead. But I have to remind me, I also haven't bought, like, I bought one Christmas present so far. Like, that's probably where my anxiety is stemming from. I need to buy Christmas gifts for everybody and get them and wrap them. So there's that too. Tis the season, right? So I usually am like very good about making sure I am ahead of the game, and this year I have not done that, and that's okay. It's fine. It's all gonna get done. But I'm definitely feeling the crunch a little bit. So if you are also feeling that holiday crunch, you are not alone. But those are my goals. Those are my holiday goals. Nothing major. A lot of it is just doing our usual traditional stuff. However, we will reconvene in the winter, the post-New Year, to talk about goals for the next year and probably goals for that season. So know what your goals are. Let me know what your goals are for the holiday season and how you manage it all. How are you managing the holiday stress? Because I guess I need to look at it like I do my regular calendar. So I find my agenda, my calendar, very overwhelming. We have a lot going on. We have a lot of people to keep organized. Or I have a lot of people to keep organized. And so for me, I always look at my calendar 2 days in advance. I look at it for tomorrow and maybe the next day, or I'll look at the week briefly, but like really it's like one day ahead. What can I do? What do I have to do tomorrow? Which I guess is easier for like the regular year. For like during this holiday season, you need to make sure, like for example, I do a Secret Santa exchange with my fantasy football team. So that we're in a fantasy football league. It's a bunch of moms, and we do Secret Santa, and I love it. It's so fun because we do it throughout the month of December. So we drop off secret gifts, or you receive secret gifts throughout the month, and it's always so fun to get like a little spoiled. And then we all get together for dinner one night and share. We find out who had who. So it's really fun. But like that, I need to prepare for in advance, and I have most of those gifts already purchased. But like little things like that, you know. So lots of fun stuff. But yeah, let me know how you manage the holiday stressors, please. I could use tips. I could use tips and tricks. But until next time, my friend, thank you for being here and talking through my goals and my stress, talking about my upcoming stress levels. But until next time, I will leave you with love.